Hello. Are you a beginner in auto runner program industries or game development industries? Then this video is for you. Go to the advanced level. I'm Mulk, a professional graphic designer, working in debate organizations as publication expert. Today, we are going to show you how to do 3D animation in motion graphics, or you can say auto runner software industries, which means pillar of realistic open world video games, movies, cartoons. And then we are talk about auto runner programs like GTA series of Rockstar Industries. Welcome to Software Development Studios YouTube channel. In this video, to make a hyper-realistic game or auto runner software in computer science language. First, gain knowledge about a game like GTA of Rockstar Inc. and how it works. Secondly, learn how to make a 3D model and how to modeling, texturing, shading lighting, etc. Thirdly, learn how to make a own game engine or use a third-party game engine like Unreal Engine 5 and structure of a programming language, C++. Fourthly, licenses making and selling process. Finally, funding plus instruments. At first, we need to build a PC at least 8 GB graphics card, and VRM also need to have some basic fundamental knowledge in computer science. Okay then, no more boring talk. Let's get started. Okay, so firstly, we need to know our steps. Asking for a simple explanation of how to make an auto runner MULK program in a way that's easy to understand, right? Let me break it down for you. That's just to read more. What is an auto runner? An auto runner is like having a character in a video game, think GTA 5, move forward automatically without you having to press any buttons. Imagine you're playing and your character just keeps running forward without you doing anything, just like an autopilot. How do you make one? 1. Pretend you're pressing a button. In GTA 5, to make your character run, you usually press the W key or another button depending on your setup. An auto runner program will just pretend to press that button for you over and over again. 2. Use a script to simulate key presses. You can write a little computer script or set of instructions to tell the computer, hey, press this button for me. This is what an auto runner does, repeatedly pressing that button without you needing to touch the keyboard. For example, using a simple program, we can tell the computer, press W for a few seconds, then release it. 3. Speech control, if you want it. If you want the auto runner to start or stop based on your voice, you can also teach the computer to listen for your voice commands, like run or stop. This way, the game will respond to your speech. You'll speak, and the program listens for keywords to make the character run, stop, jump, or do whatever you say. Make it run in the background. You can set up the program to run in the background while you're doing other things, so the character just keeps running, like an invisible helper. Example. Let's say you make a simple program that will make your game character run forever when you start it. You press a button, and boom, your character runs. When you stop it, your character stops. How do you actually do it? In a programming language like Python, you can use some helper tools to simulate pressing the W key. Here's how it works. You tell the computer to press and hold the W key. The computer holds the key down for a little bit, like you would with your finger, then lets go of it. It repeats this process. Why would you use this? Maybe you're tired of holding down W for hours in a game, or maybe you want the game to keep running while you're away. Putting it together, you're basically telling the computer, hey, press the button that makes the character run automatically. I want to do something else but still be running in the game. It's like setting your character on cruise control. Now we know what is a auto runner program and how does it works like GTA 5. Now we can go forward. In Chapter 2, we learn whole details, how to what, and how to 3D modeling, how to texturing it with shading at last lighting fundamentals. To decrease the cost, we need use free and famous useful softwares. Now, in easy language, the pillar of a game is its interior design, which is called 3D modeling. Modeling is too much hard thing than programming for developers is like Rockstar Inc. take to make GTA 6 more than 12 years. So for that, we need to make it very creatively. On the engines, modeling is hard, but in another software, it's too easy, which is Blender 3D. It's mainly made for motion graphics, but professionals are use OT for only modeling. If one lent it, he can move on any kind of digital industries like EdTech, advertisement, etc. We will design models through Blender 3D and also sometime can buy Extra Blend. Add-ons which Mab's ready and made models. Start. If we search in browser Blender 3D download and normally, then we will get a website in the top. Click and download the latest version of Blender. Then start with General Mode. Here you can see three things: a cube or mesh material from which we can make a model, then a light like a black wire, and a square-shaped camera. To displease these items, select and use G button of keyboard. Okay, let's check practically. We are interested to make a model from this cube, so click the cube and select. Go to the left corner, change object mode to edit mode, or the shortcut is press tab. And you can see three selection moods right of the mood selection panel. Where is the edit mode written? Now you can see more tools on the left-hand side, and the corners and sides are highlighted for editing. We can see the points, edges, and sides, slice by slice clearly in the layer panel also. Now we can move the corners pressing G. We can move it anywhere pressing G. Now, if I press Y with G, it move on Y-axis. If I press G plus X, then it move on X-axis. Also, if I press G plus Z, it move on Z-axis, which is mean up and down. We can select the corners by corner selection mood on the centers one. We can change the edges, and the rights one are face selection tool. As we are going to show you a basic car modeling, so that please try to do it with us by pausing the video. Don't click the face selection tool and select the bottom's face of the cube and upscale it. Now a big thing. Sometimes when you're doing a large projects or using in laptop, Blender crashes. So you need to make a habit of saving in every steps. In order to save, you need to press the S key like normal Office softwares. Then save a blend file. In the other hand, you want to render in another formats, then go to Render option and render your animation or photo. You can add any other basic object to help your modeling by pressing Add option or Shift A. Then we add a cylinder from the mesh items as the tire of the car. If you want to scale, then select the object and press, then use mouse to small or big to the object. Now you can rotate it in any angle pressing R or rotation tool. Carefully. Cool. So we have come in an important part, which is Bleble, by select two corners of any object and press Ctrl B. Carefully. Watch the modeling carefully. So I explain a painful work, which is a matter of regular practice. And I explain the basic rules, but to make a proper model, you need to have advanced classes, proper guidelines with the project view. It's not possible for us to show you. Many times when you're a professional, you will purchase 3D models or using 3D add-ons for work fast. If you don't want, you can research in online for advanced course. As a documentary video, we can suggest you a solve, that to buy our advanced program and internship, which will start enough time later. So check the description and purchase job. In the advanced course and development internship, we will provide some important notes. If we make a car hen, we need to model brakes with the tires to rig or run the car. And if we make any character, then we need to use armature tool. Then many things there are in advanced modeling. Generally, we are using 3 directions lighting, which we will describe you now. Now, press Shift A and add a monkey from Mesh, and samely Shift A and select a light and than area light. Light are 4 types. The point light is hyper-realistic. Then spot and area. Lastly, sunlight for 60 angle is looking realistic. Scowl the lights. Shift D to duplicate any object. Set light in the position, like three-sided lighting. Now, press 0 for camera view. Go to navigation right bottom of the modes, and go to walk navigation, then select pressing right-click. Then press a hotkey like Shift F for the shortcut of the walk navigation. Now, go to shading mode from the modeling layout and press Use Nodes. Nodes are the thing which indicates your material's texture. So go to the Edit, then Preferences, then Add-on, then Search Node Wangler. Press the box to check out and on. Now, again, come to the shader, and on the right-hand side, you can find a little arrow tool. Pull it on the left and go to the node Wangler. Then notice that you are selected the BSDF node and select Principal Setup. Then drag and drop for texture image, which you are downloaded from any website named HDRI Textures Image. Or you can create it. Just make sure there are 4 images indicates roughness, metallicness, and diffusion. Then get to go our shading and texturing is ready in a click. In Chapter 3, we are going to learn about a game engine, which make us easy to develop the whole game. Here we need to learn C++ language. So let's move for the important parts of the video. The engine choice is on yours at FISRT. In Chapter 3, we are going to explain you about C++ language. Introduction to C++ programming language. What is programming language? Programming language is a way to indicate the computer with signal. There are JavaScript, C, C++, etc. 1. What is C++? C++ is a powerful general-purpose programming language developed by Bjarne Stroustrup in the 1980s. It's an extension of the C language with object-oriented programming features. Used in games, system software development, IoT, embedded systems, finance, and more. Basic structure of a C++ program. Here's a simple C++ program. Daten include GCH header file for input-output using namespace SAD, CSID Windows INT main. Count, hello world. Endl, output statement. Return 0, end of the program. Let's break it down. Include, includes the input-output stream library. Using namespace std uses the standard namespace, so you can use count, sin, etc. directly. Int main, the main function, where the program starts. Count, hello world. Endl, prints text to the screen. Return 0, semicolon, return 0 to indicate successful completion. 3 key concepts and syntax variables store data values. Example int age, cr25, chalk integer variable float price, takars 19.99, float variable char grade, head array, uncycle character variable data type int. Integers, e.g. 1, 2, 3, float dot double, decimals char, character string, text, need to dots include, bool, true false, input and output int number, count, enter a number, sin 99 number, input from user control statements, if, else switch for, while do while loops. Example, if age, bakwade 18, count, adult, else, count minor. 4 functions, reusable blocks of code. Example, int add int x, int y, return x plus y, int main, count may add 3, 5, return 0, 5, object-oriented programming, OOP. C++ is famous for OOP, classes and objects encapsulation. Inheritance polymorphism. Example of a class, class car, public string brand, int year, void display, count, brand what do I want? Year Buendel. Int main. Car my car. My car dot my brand. 1 Toyota. My car dot own year. 1 2020. My car dot display. Return 0 0. And art 6 applications of C++ game development. Many games use C++, e.g. Unreal Engine. Operating systems. Windows, Linux components. Compilers. Many compilers themselves are written in C++. IoT and embedded systems used in devices. Finance. High-speed trading apps. 7 initiatives to start practicing. Install a C++ compiler, code, blocks, Visual Studio, or online IDEs like replit.com or programiz.com. Start with simple exercises. Write programs to add numbers, find the maximum of 3 numbers, etc. Explore projects, make a simple calculator. Build a text-based game like tic-tac-toe. Join communities, Stack Overflow for coding questions, HackerRank or LeetCode for challenges. Summary C++ is a versatile language used in many fields. Learn basic syntax, variables, functions, and OOP. Apply it by building projects and practicing. International Game or Auto Runner Software Licensing System. Licensing System Basics. A license is legal permission to use, distribute, or modify a game software. For international game or auto runner software like Endless Runners, developers or companies sell licenses to distributors, game publishers, online stores, resellers, end users, players, consumers, other developers if licensing the source code or assets. Types of licenses. Single-user licenses. One end user can use the software. Multi-user licenses, used in a business, school, or other shared environment. OEM licenses, allow bundling with hardware. Source code licenses, full access to modify, rebrand. White label licenses, buyer can rebrand as their own product. Exclusive, non-exclusive. Whether the licensee is the only one with the rights or one of many. Selling process, step-by-step preparation. Developer or studio creates a licensing agreement, includes pricing, rights, limitations, royalties, etc. Prepare legal documents and marketing materials, game descriptions, features, etc. Marketing and outreach promote the game or software on websites, itch.io, Steam, Google Play, Epic Games, etc. Attend trade shows, gaming conventions, and online communities. Reach out to potential partners, distributors, publishers. Negotiate terms, like duration, territory, payment model. Discuss if it's a one-time fee, royalty-based, or hybrid. Contract finalization. Sign a licensing agreement, can be electronic via platforms like DocuSign. The agreement covers scope of license, what rights the buyer has. Payment details, flat fee, royalties, etc. Support, updates, maintenance, if included. Delivery and activation deliver the software via digital download, key code, or custom build. Provide support materials, documentation, marketing kits, if applicable. Payment and accounting buyer pays as agreed, credit card, wire transfer, PayPal, etc. Developer tracks revenue, especially if royalties are involved. Ongoing relationship developer may offer updates, expansions, or new versions. Monitor usage to ensure compliance with licensing terms. International considerations. Language and localization licensees often request translated localized versions. Regional compliance must follow local laws, e.g., data privacy, digital product taxes. Currency and taxes payments can involve international banking, SWIFT, wire transfer, PayPal. Taxes like VAT, Europe, or GST, Asia, Australia, might apply. Legal protections, intellectual property, IP enforcement, trademarks, copyright. Key benefits of licensing for developers. Wider distribution and revenue streams. Ability to enter new markets without directly selling to every player. Mitigate risks while scaling the business. Final chapter. In the matter of funding, you can make a normal beginner-level game with what instruments you have, then generate revenue from that. Then you can make your own studio as a one-man army, and that's our recommendation. Then when you would be a proper professional developer, you can add more persons or invest in making more instruments and all kind of items you need. The instruments you need, you must need a desktop. At beginning, we suggest you Core 5 8th generation or Core 7 6th generation processor, and a basic graphic card like RX 580 or RX 6800. These all are 8 gigabytes. Then you can shift on NVIDIA RTX 3060 graphic card and higher. In case of RAM, you must need at least 8 gigabytes, and our recommendation is 16 gigabytes. Memory, 512 gigabytes, M.2 NVMe SSD, to 1 terabyte SSD of M.2 NVMe. And you should use a good cooling system in order to defend crash. So we came to the end game of the documentary video. At last, if you understand and still have a huge interest to be a developer, then you need to work in basic to advanced projects. We recommend you to join our development studio for only $300 as an intern to earn your first. Link is in the description. Link is in the description. No more today. Take best regard, happy journey as a auto runner software developer. Bye. Have a good journey and be a good auto runner developer.